I loved him. From the very first moment, I knew. His laugh, so genuine and loud, was like a beacon in a room full of dim lights. His eyes held secrets, stories, and dreams, and I found myself drawn to them every time he spoke. He was everything I had ever wanted, yet somehow, everything I could never have. People warned me, of course. They said, he's not the one, but they didn't understand. I had already fallen. I loved him in a way that made my chest ache, my heart race, and my hands tremble. I loved the way he made me feel like I could do anything. With him by my side, the world felt softer, like I could breathe deeper, laugh louder, and love harder. But he never saw me that way. It wasn't that he didn't care. He did, in his own way. He always made me laugh, always checked in on me. He cared, but not in the way I needed him to. He cared like a friend, like a sibling, but never like someone who would want to build a future with me. I remember the night he told me about her. "I think I'm falling for someone," he said, his voice steady but tinged with something I couldn't place. "She's different. You know, in a way I never expected." My heart stopped. The words were like daggers, sharp and cold. "Who is she?" I asked, though I already knew the answer. He smiled, that same smile that used to make my heart flutter. "Just someone I met recently." "She's amazing." I wanted to scream. I wanted to tell him that it should have been me. That I was right here, always, waiting for him to see me. But I said nothing. I just nodded and smiled, a hollow, empty smile. That was the moment it became clear. He would never love me the way I loved him. And maybe that was okay. Maybe I could learn to love him differently, just as a friend, just as a companion. But deep inside, I knew the truth. I loved him, but he didn't love me back in the same way. Over time, the space between us grew, not out of anger or resentment, but out of quiet understanding. We both knew where we stood. I pretended to be okay with it. I told myself it didn't matter. But every time he mentioned her, every time he smiled in that special way, I felt the sting of the reality I couldn't escape. I would never be the one. Eventually, I let him go. Slowly, like letting a balloon slip through my fingers, knowing it was meant to fly away. I loved him, but he was never mine.